No more rats. Overall, grades are steadily rising across the NFL, according to the NFL Players Association annual team report cards based on player surveys. In its third year, the survey highlights the best and worst team facilities, ownership investments, and player treatment. At the top, familiar teams lead the way, with the Miami Dolphins and Minnesota Vikings ranking first and second for the second consecutive year. The Atlanta Falcons made the most significant leap, jumping from near the bottom to third, thanks to a new training facility, an improved cafeteria, and a fresh strength staff that took their grade from an F- to an A. Washington saw the most dramatic improvement overall, moving from dead last to just outside the top 10, as new owner Josh Harris prioritized upgrades, including improved travel and daycare services on game days. Jacksonville made headlines last season when players reported rats inside the facility. This year, issues were more subtle. The Falcons dealt with ventilation problems in the locker room, while the Tampa Bay Buccaneers reported some lingering odors. In that order, the Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Jets, Cleveland Browns, New England Patriots, and Arizona Cardinals ranked last. Among the biggest surprises, the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs made notable improvements. Owner Clark Hunt responded to past criticism by hiring a full-time dietitian, helping the team's food service grade jump from an F to an A-. Their training staff, which had been rated poorly in previous years, also saw a boost. Ownership rankings saw new leaders emerging. Greg Penner of the Denver Broncos and Josh Harris of the Commanders made a strong impression, finishing in the top 10 among NFL owners. Stephen Ross of the Dolphins, Arthur Blank of the Falcons, and Mark Wolf of the Vikings topped the list. On the other end, Woody Johnson of the Jets ranked dead last. Players cited concerns about his leadership, saying past criticisms were met with questionable responses. One notable move was the decision not to retain a highly rated dietitian, who later joined the Chiefs and helped elevate their nutrition program. Daycare services became a growing priority across the league. More teams added on-site daycare for players' families during game days, with only 3 teams, Cincinnati, Green Bay, and Philadelphia, still lacking the option. After making the addition, the Colts saw their treatment of families grade improve from AD to AB+. This year's survey omitted coordinator rankings, a departure from the past. Last year, 6 coordinators from the top 5 rankings, including Brian Callahan, Aaron Glenn, Dan Quinn, and Raheem Morris, were promoted to head coach positions. Given the turnover in coaching ranks, the union opted to revisit this category in the future. The biggest takeaway from the survey? A rising floor across the league. While there's no direct correlation between team performance and high grades, owners feel pressure to improve. More teams invest in upgraded facilities, nutrition programs, and travel accommodations. In 2023, just over 80 categories earned an A or better, which jumped to 114 this year. Meanwhile, grades of D+ or lower have been nearly cut in half. The dreaded F- grade, once a common sight, is now a rare mark of distinction that few teams want to claim.